So if you want to have a full understanding of today's topic, what are previous physics videos? Today we have a question today to solve related to acceleration due to gravity. So the question says, suppose an object starts from rest and falls freely. After 1 second, its speed is 9.8 meters per second. A. What is the speed in meters per second after 2 seconds? B. What is the speed after 3 seconds? Like I told you, whenever you are given a physics or any physics related question, don't start to solve directly because you can make mistakes. Convert it, think of it, convert it to, okay, what's happening in the reality? Now from the question, an object starts from rest and falls freely. From here, falls freely, it means it is related to acceleration due to gravity. So we already know our acceleration due to gravity, it is a constant. A is equals to 9.8 meters per second square. So that's it. And they said it falls freely. So this means this object was dropping freely. Nothing is holding it from, let's say, from a specific space, and it's going downwards. It falls freely from rest. This from rest, it means that its initial velocity or initial speed is 0 meters per second. And then after 1 second, its speed is 9.8 meters per second. So this means after 1 second, when t, let me use another, when t is equals to 1, then v1 is equals to 9.8 meters per second. So that's the question. So when it's in the first 1 second, let's assume from here to here is 1 second, its speed was 9.8 meters per second. So if from here to here is another 1 second, from here to here is another 1 second, it reaches here with 9.8. So the question says, what is the speed after 2 seconds? You see, from here 1 second, from here 2 seconds. So what is the speed at this place? It's not given. That's question A. What is the speed after 3 seconds? If from here to here is the 2 seconds, from here to here 3 seconds, this means v1 here is also not given. So you already know our formula for acceleration. Acceleration A is equals to final speed minus initial speed all over time taken. For question A, we have our, okay, let's make this v, since we are going to find it, let's make it subject of the formula. You see, we just cross multiply. It will give us AT is equals to v1 minus v0. And if this cross over, v1 is equals to AT plus v0. And already know our v0 is 0, our A is 9.8, then our T and the question is 2 seconds. So this means, let me write it for question A. For question A, our A is the same thing as 9.8 meters per second. Our T from the question is 2 seconds. Our v0 from the question rest is the same, 0 meters per second. Then you come back to our formula, then v1 for question A is equals to A, which is 9.8 meters per second times 2 seconds plus 0. So 9.8 times 2, I don't want you to be dependent on calculator. 9.8 times 2 is just 9.8 plus 9.8. 8 plus 8 is equals to 6.16. 6 carry 1. 9 plus 9 is equals to 18. 19. So V1 is equals to 19.6 meters per second plus 0. Then V1 is equals to 19.6 meters per second. Simple. So this means as it is coming down, when it reaches this 2 seconds, the V now is going to be 19.6 meters per second. I hope you get me. Okay, so let's go to question 2. Okay, now for question 2, we have what is the speed at 3 seconds. So I mean when it is going 1 second 9.8, 2 seconds 19.6. So what is the speed at 3 seconds? The same formula. From question 3, let's derive our from here. From the question, what is the speed at 3 seconds? T will be equals to 3 seconds. The same from resting, V0 will be equal to 0 meter per seconds, and then acceleration is constant. A is equals to 9.8 meters per second square, and then it is the V1 that we are going to find. V1 is equals to question mark. So now let's make V1 subject of the formula here. So when you cross multiply, we have AT is equals to V1 minus V0. When this V0 crosses over, it will be V1 is equals to AT plus V0. So from our question, let's substitute them. V1 will be equal to acceleration, which is 9.8 meters per second square, times T, which is equals to 3 seconds, plus V0, which is equals to 0 meters per second. So 9.8 times 3 is the same thing as 9.8 plus 9.8 plus 9.8. So 9.8 plus 9.8, 8 plus 8 plus 8, it will give you what? 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 8, we have 24. 4 carry 2. 9 plus 2, 11 plus 9, 20 plus 20 plus 9, 29. It is 29.4. So this means V1 is equals to 29.4 meters, since per second will cancel second, meters per second plus 0 meters per second, and anything plus 0 is the same thing. So V1 is equals to 29.4 meters per second. So this means as it is going down, in the first second it will be 9.8 meters per second. In the second second it will give you 19.6 meters per second, and in the third second it will give you this V will be equal to 29.4 meters per second. Very simple. So if you want to watch other videos related to physics, you can go directly to our website www.drkamalmb.com. Thank you.